Hello, I'm Dan Toppy and welcome to Going for Gold, the series where I give you the quickest and easiest ways to get the golden camos on your weapons in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The gun we're going to be covering today was a lot better before they did update it quite recently, and that is the ICR-1. It used to be one of the best guns in the game. It acted just like the ACR did from Modern Warfare 2. Really good, really fast fire rate and really high damaged. But now, when it comes up against other assault rifles, like the Man of War or the M8, it really can't keep up, so you do have to be using the right class to make it work. But just before we get into it, if you haven't seen one of these episodes before, what I do is I go through the best class you need to be using to get the first 100 headshots, which gets you your first 9 camos, and then I'll tell you how you need to change that class and your playstyle to better suit the final 5 challenge camos. So the class that you want to be using, if you want to get those first 100 headshots as fast as possible and get those first 9 camos, is the ICR with the ELO red dot sight, the foregrip, the quick draw grip, and the long barrel. And for the perks, if you saw last week's episode, which was for the Razorback SMG, it's exactly the same as that. I haven't got a perk 1, in perk 2 I've got fast hands, in perk 3 I've got awareness and dead silence. And the reasons why this is the best class is because the ELO red dot sight, it gives you a really clear sight, but because of the fast fire of this gun, you might want to be playing quite close with it. I would say play more medium range with it, but you can get up close if you want to. So by having that nice open sight, it means you can keep your vision open, you can see more enemies. And then for the 2 grips, the ICR is already a really accurate weapon, but by putting these 2 grips on, it just makes it even more accurate, which sort of makes up for its really bad damage. So although it is going to take you quite a few bullets to kill an enemy, it means that those bullets should be landing more consistently. And for the long barrel, I took that because as this gun isn't that high damaged, you don't want to be playing super close up, so sitting at a medium to long range distance with this gun does really help. And the long barrel just means it extends the range so you can get more kills at further distances. I did say that the red dot sight was quite good for close range, but really it's just an all round good sight, and I thought it was better for this gun than the normal reflex was. And for the perks, I chose not to take a perk 1 because, as you've probably seen in other videos, my normal perk 1 would be Afterburner. But like I said, you don't want to be playing too close up with this gun, so you don't want to be using those runs and jumps and boosts as much as you would be with an SMG. So I chose not to put it on because it would be a bit of a waste of a spot if I wasn't actually going to be making the most of those boosts. And it also in a way forces you to play slower because you know that you won't be able to boost as often. And it allows me to take that 3rd attachment because without taking that off and taking off a grenade, I wouldn't have had the room to be able to take all 3 of those attachments and the sight. Perk 2, we've got fast hands because that works really well with your quick draw grip, which will let you to aim down sight a lot faster. And it's also great because you want to be aiming down sight as much as possible to maximise on getting them headshots, because hip firing with this gun isn't that accurate, and because you aren't going to be playing too close up, you do want to be aiming down sight as much as possible. The awareness and dead silence perks are going to make sure that you don't draw attention to yourself in situations where you wouldn't really be able to win a gunfight. So these are in like close quarter situations where an enemy with a headset would be able to really easily hear you through a wall, and it means you can protect your back by listening out for enemies, turning around and killing them before they actually know that you're there. So that is the best class you want to be using if you want to get those first 100 headshots as fast as possible with the ICR-1. Now I'm going to move on to your final 5 challenge camos you need to complete, and how you need to change your class and your playstyle to better suit these challenges. The first challenge you need to complete is called Ardent, and to get this one, all you need to do is get 10 long shot medals with this gun. You don't actually need to change anything about the way you're playing or your class, because this class is really well suited for long range fights, so just keep playing the same way you are until you get those 10 long shot medals. And once you completed that, you'll move on to the Bliss challenge, and to complete this challenge, what you need to do is you need to get 50 kills with the ICR with 5 attachments and an optic equipped. So what you want to do is you're going to want to take the same class you've been using, take off all of your perks, and then put as many attachments onto your weapon as possible. The class that I chose was the same class that I've taken, just with all the perks taken off, and with fast mags and rapid fire equipped. You can really do whatever you want for these final 2 attachments. These just ones I chose because I thought the reload speed in this weapon was a little bit slow, and also the fire rate was a bit slow, so I chose to put them both on. And then once you've got those 50 kills, you're moving on to burnt, and this is where you need to take off everything you just put on your weapon, because you need to be using the ICR with no attachments and no optics for 50 kills. You are allowed to use perks in this challenge, so if you want, put on as many as you can fit on. And then you've got the final 2 challenges to complete, and you might have actually completed some of these whilst you were working on the others, and that is Battle and Chameleon. For Battle, you need to get 5 double kills, and for Chameleon, you need to get 5 bloodthirsty kills, so that's 5 streaks that were 5 kills long. And once you completed both of those, you will have the golden camo on the ICR-1. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has been, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. This was the final of the assault rifles that I had to complete, so there's now all of the assault rifles, all the SMGs, all the sniper rifles, all the shotguns and all the pistols in the playlist down below, so if you need help on any of those weapons, go check them out in the playlist, or you can just search the channel to find the videos a lot easier. And in that playlist you'll find a video for each of the individual weapons almost identical to this, so if you've liked this video and need help on any of the weapons, make sure you go and check them out. But I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.